Vasilis and welcome to Vasili's Garden, folks. We're in Oakleigh South and I have Anne here. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And Claire, how are you going?
Hey, good, how are you?
I'm very well, very well. Now, you girls have been living here for how long?
Here for 16 years, but the house and garden is 5 years old.
5 years old. And you do the gardening or do you do the gardening?
Anne does the gardening. I've got a little bit of control of the front garden and that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
So all the backyard here is her creation?
Yep. Oh, except for the grass.
Okay.
If I didn't do that, then
it would have been
all
gone
vegetables.
Too?
Yeah,
oh.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know, it's such a waste.
That's okay. Now, it's all about edible gardens for you, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Whereas at the front for you, it's all flowering.
Native.
Native,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a good balance. You need that. You need a bit of wildlife coming into the place.
I think so.
And eating some of the vegetables we try to grow in the backyard. Yeah. All right, so you're working at the moment?
No, not at the moment. No? I'm actually in between jobs.
Okay.
I worked for Australia Post for about 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so my position that I was in was made redundant, so I'm having a little bit of time off now, which is really
enjoying
good.
it in the garden.
In the garden.
We've got lots of fruit and veggies and trees around the perimeter here that you're going to take us for a tour.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Can't wait. So the concept was that everything that I planted in this garden, I'd get something edible from it.
Okay, so no flowering plants allowed?
They are allowed, and
as long as you can eat them.
Yeah, essentially. But I've got lavender, but you can eat lavender, so.
There you go. So prove my point there.
And nasturtiums and marigolds, so you can eat them as well.
So how many fruit trees have you planted in the garden?
Oh,
on average, just an average count?
I think there might be around about 30 here.
30?
Yeah. In
this space?
Yep.
And none of them are espalier, they're all in their full glory size.
That's right,
Just a little bit of pruning to contain them.
Yep. So I try to keep everything to a height where I can harvest.
Yeah, nice. Yep. Arm's length, arm's reach.
Yeah.
What are we standing next to here? This
is called a babaco, otherwise known as the southern pawpaw.
So it's a southern plant, so it grows in Victoria?
Yep.
Where does it originate?
Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean? You're growing it?
I don't know.
Well, it's sprouted here on its own. Did a bird dropping do it?
No, I bought it from diggers.
As a seedling?
Yeah, a little seedling about that big.
How old is it?
This would be about 3 years old.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And your first harvest?
Second harvest. Like last year I had some very big fruit on it.
Yeah.
This year it suffered from the frost, so all the leaves fell off. So the leaves have just regrown now. Which is great because I thought I might have lost it.
All right, so when do you harvest? When is it ripe? How do we know this is ripe? Is that when it's discolouring like that?
Yep, when they go yellow.
And fall off like that?
Fall off like that.
There you go. We're going to have babaco.
So I can put that in the kitchen and it will continue to go yellow.
All right, so it's half ripe at the moment.
Yeah.
So we can only eat this half today?
Today, yeah.
Good.
So,
what are you thinking?
Harvesting too is usually
fruit.
No, that's fine. But usually, when they fall onto the ground, I know that they're ripe.
I've got this one here. I can eat this. How do you eat it?
I usually just slice it up and scoop it out with a spoon.
Can I just open it like that?
Yeah.
There's nothing in here.
Have you ever had one before?
I can't remember.
They don't have any seeds.
They don't have any flesh in here either.
Yeah,
what do I
you eat that and taste that. Yeah.
The pith?
Yep.
Okay. You want to hold on to that? So I'm going to make a mess of myself here. Wow, what a weird taste.
Sort of a sherbety, champagne-y taste?
Yeah, it's like I'm eating champagne.
Yep.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Sparkling fruit.
Sparkling fruit, there you go. That's amazing. So if you chill this...
It's really refreshing in summertime.
This is beautiful. And we can grow this in Victoria. Mm-hmm. Now, frost hit it a little bit, you said.
Yep.
But it recovered pretty well.
Yeah.
Did you cover it over?
I did have it covered, but unfortunately when that severe frost came, the cover blew off it. So
okay, so
I was pretty devastated, and then all the leaves just went black and fell off. So, I'll
Basic maintenance on this? Basic maintenance on this?
Just put a little bit of manure around it every now and then, but otherwise it's really just growing.
I see you've been at it too here.
And I have to try and get to them before the chickens do.
Is that a chook?
Yeah, the chickens have eaten that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they do love it too.
They love everything. Must have
beautiful eggs here.
Yeah, they're magnificent.
Yeah, chook, 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 chook.
They won't come out. They're very shy.
No, the rooster's here.
If you like Vasili's Garden, then you'll love the summer edition of Vasili's Garden to Kitchen magazine. Available at all good news agencies. Subscribe now at vasilisgarden.com.
How bad does it feel when you actually have tired and sore eyes? Nothing seems to help them. Well, folk medicine to the rescue. Bicarb, a little bit of honey, small amount of water is the starting journey to be able to get those eyes settling down. Now the eyes are very sensitive, so too are the ears, and often we need a specialist to be working with us, but we know if it's a condition of the eyes or if it's just that they've become quite sensitive. Often people might be swimming in the sea and they get sort of gritty eyes, or they're out there within bright sun and their eyes start feeling sensitive. So a wonderful eye tonic is a pinch of bicarb. Now that's about all that you need for the purposes of this. You get an eye bath, so you put this in the eye bath, you put some warm water in the eye bath to fill it up, and you put 1 drop of honey. Well, I can hear you saying, sitting in your lounge chairs, how do I get 1 drop of honey? Easy. All you do is say, get a skewer, run it under hot water, and then drop it into your honey. So you just drop it into your honey, bring it over into the eye bath, bang, 1 drop. Perfect. Now, it may sting a fraction, that honey, but that's part of its healing process. So, 1 drop of honey, a very small amount of bicarb, a little bit of water, warm water, and then you do that preparation for 1 eye, and then you do the next one. How cheap and effective this is just amazing, and the amount of work that has been done with honey to restore the eyes over literally hundreds of years, that is being researched, it's been recorded, is absolutely fantastic. And of course, one thing that they did was treating some very expensive racehorses who had sore eyes with exactly the same formula. So if it's okay for $1 million racehorse, folks, it's okay for us. So until next time, find happiness in every moment.
We're down the side of the garden, folks. Normally we're at the back of the garden, but you've got yours along the side. Now, these are your veggies, and you've got raised garden beds. You built them yourself?
I did, yep. So I've got 4 main garden beds,
yep,
and I built them predominantly just for ease of gardening, so I didn't have to bend down as far.
What have you added into your garden bed? I see a lot of straw on top.
I've got my own compost.
That's quite a coarse pea straw.
It is.
Oh, have a look at this. This is really good. And there's a little worm too. You've got worms.
Yep.
So what have you added in here? Tell me all about it.
So this is my compost. I use manure, and I usually just layer it up with compost, manure and straw. So I don't dig the garden.
So it's a no-dig?
It's a no-dig garden.
So you constantly add it on top and it just lowers down as the time goes by?
Yep.
As the plants draw up the nutrients, it depletes the soil a bit?
Yep.
You just keep re-adding. I know you're in Oakleigh, and when we celebrate Easter, we always go to the church with a candle and a bit of foil around it. That looks like what you're trying to do here, stop the flame going out.
No, that's not what that is.
Midnight mass or something going on here. What is going on here? What have you got in your garden bed with the foil on top?
So this is a little bit of an experiment with some wet pots. So I basically made
Wet pots?
Yeah.
Okay, what's a wet pot?
A wet pot, it's just like a terracotta. Usually you can buy them as like a terracotta vessel, and you put water in it, and the idea is it slowly lets the water out evenly.
Okay.
As the soil soaks it up. But I made these just out of terracotta pots. So I just glued them together and stuck a little tube in. And I haven't quite found anything appropriate for a cap yet, so hence the foil.
So this is not just a pot upside down, but 2 pots joined together.
Yeah, it's the base.
Sealed.
Yeah.
And filled with water.
Yep.
And how long would it take for it to sweat it out?
Depends on...
Providing it hasn't got a leak.
Yeah, it depends on the conditions. So if it's hot, but the soil here is quite moist at the moment.
It is,
yeah.
and it's quite, you know, rich. It's not sandy at all.
And that's one of the battles I suppose I have here, is because it's on a sand belt.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to improve the soil around here to build that organic matter in, because it is very sandy, and the sand always seems to keep rising back up to the top. Yep.
All right, what do you got growing in here?
So I've got some cucumbers. Corn, and the idea of what I'm trying to do here is that the corn will grow up and actually shade the cucumbers from the afternoon sun.
Okay.
And then I've also got some zucchinis.
And the arch here too, so is this for protection or shade or...?
Yeah, this is here so I can put bird netting up or shade cloth, which every summer there's always that week where I need to shade the veggies.
Can I say this is our hottest spring we've had in 150 years here in Melbourne?
Yep.
Yeah, so you may have to put it up a bit earlier than summertime, I think.
I know.
Yeah. All right, so this is one bed, and you've got 1, 2, 3, and a long one down the side there. 4 beds at least, and there's plenty for 2 people.
Yep.
What's going to happen when you run out of space in the backyard?
I have to win Tatslotto and buy another house.
I just dozed the front.
That's right.
The best way to look after your plants is with Vasili's Easy Hand Spray. Order your sprayer now, available only at vasilisgarden.com.
No matter where you live in Australia, it's now summer and it's going to be a hot one too. Tropical fruit will be soon available, and a great way to enjoy all the nutritious benefits from them is as a fruit juice to help keep the body refreshed and revitalised. In today's juice, I'm adding half of a papaya. This gorgeous fruit has a really good source of vitamin C, which is one of the most effective nutrients that plays a major role in protection against immune system deficiencies, eye disease and prenatal health problems, just to name a few. Papayas are also very low in cholesterol and saturated fat. Next, I'm adding 4 strawberries, and just 1 cup of strawberries provides 45 calories. Like papayas, strawberries contain a really good source of vitamin C and are very low in cholesterol. They combat high blood pressure and help to eliminate kidney stones. I'm adding 1 tomato, which contains a carotenoid known as lycopene and is found in all red fruits and vegetables. Lycopene can help protect against degenerative diseases, however it cannot be produced by the human body, so it must be obtained from other food sources. The rest of the ingredients include 1 kiwi fruit and a pinch of red chilli.
To get the most out of your fruit and veggies, use a Kuvings Whole Slow cold press juicer. It squeezes and extracts the juice of fruits and vegetables without producing much heat, maintaining all nutrients from your fruits and veggies to help keep you going and feeling great.
Wow, this is amazing. For this recipe and many more just like it, visit our Facebook page or our Instagram page. See you next time.
Whether you love flowering plants or edible plants in your garden, folks, mulch in your garden bed is important if you want a successful, bountiful garden. And mulch in particular, we're talking about bamboo mulch here. And with me today, I have Derek from Bamboo Hill, who's going to talk to us about bamboo mulch and what makes it a better mulch over all other mulches. How are you, mate?
G'day, Vasili. Hey, welcome to Queensland, mate.
Thanks, mate. Beautiful weather you're having up here.
Oh, yeah, it's been pouring rain and makes it a bit hard for us to process, but at least, as you can see, the bamboo keeps growing, which is fantastic.
It does. And we're standing next to a large clump here as well.
Yeah, look, only just a real brief story. About 5 years ago, I thought, you know, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? I wonder what you can do with bamboo.
Yep.
And to do anything with it, you've got to get it to a sort of a mulch state so you can handle it. As you can see by this, it's a bit hard. So when we got it to a mulch state, we thought, you know, we sort of spread it around a bit and thought, this looks all right for a garden. I wonder if it works.
Yeah.
And so we went and got some lab reports done, and then we put it on some gardens, and we put it on sloping ground, and we put it everywhere, and we found that basically it lasts for about 18 months.
The mulch itself, so it doesn't break down.
The mulch itself. And what we found from the lab report was that most of your mulches have about what they call a nitrogen drawdown indicator of about 20.
Okay.
Bamboo has one of about 0.2. So therefore, everything in your soil is left there for the plants to flourish.
Okay.
So what we also found was that it keeps the soil hydrated. It forms a really interesting, if you put it on a really interesting cover on your garden, which is totally permeable. The water just hits it and goes straight through. Whereas normal mulches, it water sheds and the water runs off.
Okay, so basically other mulches would absorb moisture too as well?
They'll absorb moisture, yes. And the wetter they get, the quicker they break down and rot, basically.
Well, this stuff here, you put it down on the ground like we have here at the moment. This is a natural form of mulching that's happening with the bamboo.
That's right.
So you've created a smaller particle from this, which also mats down and creates a blanket-like effect over the garden beds.
That's right, yeah. But we don't only use the leaf, we use the whole stalk. We put everything through the chipper and then we mill it, and then it's dried and then packaged. So you're getting absolutely fresh product. There is no chemicals, no pesticides or herbicides.
So it's 100% grown here in Australia.
All in Queensland, yes.
In Queensland, processed here, mulched down, and all ethical practices.
That's right.
Yeah. And
all Australian, grown, packaged, employed, everything. Yeah, even I'm Australian.
So what does it mean for the garden bed itself? We've got other mulches in the market. You've got sugarcane, you've got pea straw, you've got lucerne and all the above. What's the difference?
Well, basically, it almost creates a microclimate.
Okay.
It'll keep, in a cold weather, it'll keep your soil warm, and in hot weather, it keeps your soil cool. Take weather like this.
Yeah.
If you get heavy rain in this sort of climate, wood chip, chip bark, sugarcane mulch, pea straw will either float away or blow away.
Okay.
And so therefore your neighbour either ends up with it or it ends up in the local
So this stuff doesn't blow away, you're saying?
This stuff will not blow away.
Won't blow away, so you get a blower out there and you go into your garden. If you've got other foreign matter, like other leaf mulch that falls down on top of it...
Just blow it off the top.
Yep.
And it'll stay there.
So what happens to the mulch itself? Does it mat itself in, weaves itself into a position?
It's sort of got what you could call a fibre, strong fibre matrix, and all the little particles interweave and seem to lock themselves in there and it just will not move.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you don't lose it. So it doesn't blow away. Birds don't like it either?
No.
No. It doesn't wash away.
No.
It does what a mulch should be doing.
Yes.
Yep.
It'll sit on about a 10 to 12 degree slopey garden and will not wash away in heavy rain or blow away in heavy wind.
And even better than that, it'll last you 18 months.
18 months.
Healthy Habit Smoothies book is now available at all QBD bookstores or online at vasilisgarden.com.
This is where you start processing?
Okay, we're at a place called Ningi, which is just out of Caboolture in southeast Queensland.
Okay.
And we have probably around about 600 to 800 clumps here. And in the vicinity of here, we've probably got about 12 to 18 months supply of bamboo around here, and then North Queensland we've got a huge plantation up there that we're heading towards to do. We cut that paddock down there 3 years ago, and it's
back
up
up
to
again.
its full size.
It's a very sustainable plant.
We don't have to replant bamboo, which gives it a very low energy footprint. We're not burning diesel, we're not doing anything else.
3 or 4 years
totally renewable. We come back in 3 to 4 years and we'll reharvest that, and come back in another 3 or 4 years and do it again.
Keep harvesting it.
Yeah. As far as we know, it's probably got a lifespan, depending on species, anywhere from 40, 80 to 120 years.
Okay.
So we don't have to dig the root ball out.
There you go, folks. So a very sustainable product, 100% Australian grown, manufactured here with ethical practices, because this man himself, I've seen with my own eyes, cutting down the canes and feeding them in. Good on you, mate. I reckon you've got another 100 years in yourself there, mate. All right, so where is the product available?
Vasili, we have the product available at 28 Bunnings stores throughout southeast Queensland.
Okay, what about the rest of Australia?
The rest of Australia is sort of, we're waiting, but we do have it at Vasili's Garden Centre in Coburg, in Victoria.
We're going to be spreading it out there for you too down in Victoria. Go online if you can't get to a local store.
Go online to www.bamboohill.com.au
or vasilisgarden.com and you'll be able to find more information there. Congratulations, good luck with the stuff, and bigger, better futures, and a lot of scaffolding up here too out of bamboo. You reckon you can do some of that here?
Oh, you wouldn't do that anyway. Well, you know.
How old's this tree?
5 years old.
5 years of age. Was it hard to establish?
It had a bit of battle with the frost when it was young, and had to protect it.
So it's doing well now, isn't it?
It is.
Well acclimatised. And it's loaded with fruit at the moment. So I can see about a dozen or 2 dozen on this tree. But can I say to you that these would be rejected from any supermarket store?
It's ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous, because they reckon it's not perfectly shaped. It's got to sit in those cups beautifully like that and look perfectly round. Got a bit of a dimple on either side here. So we'd just throw this one out?
So wasteful.
Would you throw it out?
No way.
Why not?
Because it's delicious. There's nothing wrong with it.
That is a huge grapefruit tree, isn't it, eh? You told me not to say that, didn't you?
I did.
It's not a grapefruit, it's a lemon. What do you feed this lemon tree?
Just a normal citrus food.
Did I pick this one, or is this a feature one?
Oh, you can pick that.
Wow, that is thick.
Yeah, I do use the pith in cooking.
How old's this tree?
This tree is 5 years old, so that was given to me as a gift.
This is ridiculously thick. Come on, this is not a Lisbon. Are you sure you haven't crossed it with something else? Hanging around with the Greeks too much, I reckon you're feeding it something else. Here, have some. Don't be shy. Not bad?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Did you realise you got scale on your tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you using to control that?
I only just noticed it the other day, so...
You're squashing it with your fingers.
I started to and I thought, this is ridiculous.
It's not going to work, is it? Now, this time of the year, you're also showing signs of leaf miner. Have you seen that before?
No, I didn't know that.
See those squiggly lines there?
Mm-hmm.
There, snail-like trails. That's an insect that actually penetrates into the leaf and tunnels its way through, causing the leaf to curl over and basically, you know, dry up.
Mm-hmm.
And that stops all the new growth, because it's so important that the citrus tree has new growth on it, because that's where the fruit comes from, on the tips of the plants.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to hang a citrus leaf miner trap on this, which is a CLM trap, along with your eco oil spray or your veggie oil spray.
Okay.
That'll work.
Yep.
Okay, and then you can continue growing beautiful, big, juicy lemons like this.
Bombalas.
Bombalas, all right. And this is your homemade wine too from your grapevine. Cheers.
I wish.
Okay. Pleasure. Look at this. You've set up a beautiful spread for us. Now, your mum and dad have joined us. Your name is?
Pat.
Pat, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure, it's a pleasure. And you're?
I'm Vasilis.
You're Vasilis.
That was brilliant.
Lovely. Welcome. Thank you for having us here. Now, you've done some cooking here for us.
I've cooked you some little mini quiches using the eggs from my own chickens. In front of you is some broad bean dip. So we had a big harvest last year of about 15 kilo.
Okay.
So we made as many tarts and ate as many as we could.
So
and
dehydrated these and vacuum sealed them.
Yep.
What's in this wonderful distorted bottle?
So that's my ginger ale. So
can I shake it, or do I turn it?
You can. I just wouldn't recommend opening it. Yes, it's a slow opening.
Have a listen.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes. You reckon I can control it?
No. You're going to pretend it's
Sounds
good.
crunchy. Is that another failure?
Is that another failure?
You're not hanging around the Greeks long enough. All the good stuff.
Yeah.
Who wants some?
Better than the olives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we say?
Mercy!
Mercy! See the